I heard that your daughter's outside feeding the dogs and a man tried to grab her from the woods.
This true crime story started with that 911 call. Authorities say Tammy Steffen, a fitness influencer, lost an online fitness competition and then wreaked havoc on colleagues and set off a wild chain of events.
What I believe is a sick person fabricated this whole event.
Authorities said it all started with Tammy Steffen creating almost 400 Instagram accounts used to harass and threaten her ex-business partner and others, one of which she told she would slice up into little pieces, but Tammy was just getting started. Here's Tammy caught on camera. Cops claim she was buying supplies for a fake attempted kidnapping of her 12-year-old daughter from her backyard, which she tried to pin on a former business partner. And Tammy not only allegedly asked her daughter to lie about the attempted kidnapping, but then, after being arrested for a false report, according to Pasco County Sheriff's Tammy, called her daughter from jail and asked her to say it was her idea.
Her statement to us was, if I tell the truth, what's going to happen to my mom?
Tammy's been sentenced to nearly 5 years in federal prison after pleading guilty to charges of cyberstalking and sending threats to colleagues over Instagram.
And not only is it sick because they fabricated it, but it's sick because this mother of the 12-year-old utilized her daughter to perpetuate this ridiculous report of crime.
And if you think that sounds crazy, there are even more details to the story. We're joined now by attorney Misty Maris. Misty, thank you for joining us. What is the deal? This is so disturbing.
Mario, this is like a movie,
right?
Actually, more than a true ripped from the headline story. So look, this all started with another disturbing fact. Tammy originally called the police to report that somebody left a headless doll on her porch with an ominous note. This is a gift for your kids. Then 5 days later, this false kidnapping report comes in. She says that her 12-year-old daughter was the victim of an attempted kidnapping.
Oh, man.
Well, guess what happens, Mario? The police take this seriously.
Of course.
They deploy manpower, tens of thousands of dollars, dogs, helicopters. They're looking for the person who tried to kidnap this little girl.
It doesn't exist.
Guess what? Doesn't exist. It's fictitious and fabricated for the purpose of a revenge plot against her ex-business partner, who she thinks sabotaged her chances at winning this fitness competition. So this really has a lot of twists and turns.
So bizarre. But Misty, the bigger question is whether it's this incident or Jussie Smollett or the little girl who claimed those boys cut her dreads off the other day. They're all hoaxes. They're all wasting resources. They're all wasting manpower and money and time. But yet we don't hear about any serious consequences they're dealing with.
Yeah,
correct?
You know what? These false reports are becoming more and more common. How many stories are we covering where this is the issue, where police resources are taken away from really investigating crimes that are happening?
Right.
It's absolutely deplorable. So, Mario, in different states, there's different levels of accountability. Here, she served just about 1 year in relation to the kidnapping charges, to those false kidnapping charges. And then attention turned to the federal crimes.
And real quick, what about her kids? Could anything potentially happen to them?
Oh, look, well, she involved her daughter in this plot to the point where she asked her to lie to police, actually asked her to take responsibility for the plot. The kid, nothing's going to happen to the kid. You know, she's being influenced by her mother. But I will say, after she's released from prison, she could face custody issues with her child, depending on whether or not she's someone that the other parent wants to be around her kids. So she could have some issues on that front when she's released.
I bet. Thank you so much. It's a fascinating story. Wow.
If you love that video, you're going to love everything on the Access YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe button. You can thank me later. Hit it. Now. Thanks.